oh my god, Karen's going to cry over clothes. How stupid, ha ha ha. But you know, this video is not for those people who have like weird usernames and no profile pictures. Hi guys, welcome back. So as you can see by the title of this video, I wanted to do it on if there was a fire. This is barring living human beings and living animals, pets and all that. I'm talking about fashion, things only. And you lost everything, your clothes, your boots, your bags, and you were starting up again. What are the key items that you would rebuy that you already own, and you're like, these are the things I would have to get them back straight away? So that's what this video is, and I did this because it's a really good way for me to figure out what are those things that I truly love and value the most out of everything that I own in terms of clothes and shoes and bags and all that stuff. And I hope it's something that will inspire you guys to do your own, like, just mental checklist of however X many, if it's top 5, top 10, you know, what are those key things that if you had to start again, what would you rebuy immediately? Because I feel like I've done versions of this before. I call them fire pieces. If they were gone, destroyed in the fire, and you had to start again, what would you miss the most and you'd rebuy? I'll start with what I'm wearing. It's actually these jeans. They are by Ganni, and I cannot tell you how much, in fact I can, how much I love these bloody Ganni jeans. They are one of my favorite jeans. I'll show you the cutaways, but they just had that wide leg, that twisted seam. I just love the way they fit. Out of all the jeans I own, I actually wear these the most when I'm running around, just doing anything. I just informal get-togethers, just errands, you name it, around the house, like I have been some for part of today. I will run and grab these Ganni jeans. I picked them up, I can't remember. I've had these for about 3 years now. I can't even remember where I got them. It was online, that's all I can remember. And I love the blue ones so much that I turned around and got them in black. And I love both of them. And I do wear both of them because sometimes I don't want to wear blue, but I want a denim look. So this is what I wear instead. And they're just amazing. I get them in a size that's a little bit too big so they can sit like a bit looser and just feel really kind of like oversized on me, just the kind of vibe I want, especially for the length of them as well. I want that width to be even more exaggerated, and I want to really cover my feet. I have big feet, size UK 8, so I want it to hopefully hide that. So I just love that look of it, just like almost skimming the floor and hiding your shoes. So these are my ride or dies denim. These are out of every denim pair I own, these are the jeans that I would instantly buy back like that. Next, again, this is in no particular order, and I didn't put too much thought in preparing this video. I wanted it to feel kind of hurried because I think when you're under pressure, that's when you are forced to pick the items that you love the most. Okay, on bags, it's a little bit difficult, but again, I wanted to test myself and put myself under pressure and think, if I had to pick maybe say 2 bags, oh God, that's really hard. Honestly, I'd grab all my Hermes bags if I could. But if I'm having to be picky, and if I had to choose one Hermes bag, I'm gonna tell you the one that I would pick, and I would slowly just rebuild the rest slowly, just one at a time. But this is the first one that I would try and acquire, and it's actually behind me. It's the vintage black box leather Kelly, cellier stitch, gold hardware. This bag is approximately 36 years old, I believe. I got this from Luxury Promise, and I sent them a picture of the date stamp in it, and they confirmed the age of it, and I cannot tell you how much I love this thing. And it definitely would be, yeah, because it's just the ease of this bag. It's a size 28. It's the most grabbable, most flexible bag that goes with everything I own. I could easily wear it with what I've got now, 100%. Actually, yeah, I would. I'd wear it exactly with what I've got on now. I would just wear it, wear it. And because it's box leather, I know it's just gonna get better and better and better. It's just such a good bag. This is it. Look at the leather on it. Look at that sheen. It has some scratches all over it. That's part of the charm of buying vintage. It's pre-loved, so somebody else has already enjoyed this bag before me. So now it's passed from their hand to mine, and that's why I love vintage and pre-loved things, period. It's because of that. Vintage Kelly, size 28. pre-loved, and I would look to get exactly the same spec again. I'd maybe consider getting a 25 because I really like 25 size, but you know what, if I couldn't, I would just get the 28 because it's such a, oh my god, it's such a good bag. It's such a good bag. Love it. I cannot fault this bag. That's how much I love it. The longer strap, so you can wear it on your shoulder. I don't have to tell you a lot. And another reason I'm picking this bag is because, and I've said this before for years on my channel, which is I love anything that represents almost like Her Majesty the Queen's bag. You know, she used to have bags which was like this, a bag that she could wear in the bend of her arm, and it was always like a one single handle, just like this, and structured, similar sort of trapezoid shape. This kind of shape bag was not invented by Hermes. It existed, I think, possibly before they created the Kelly. It's a shape bag that was born in the 1950s, and to me it's still one of the most coolest structured shape bags, and you see it done from various luxury houses and not, in various forms, but it's always this kind of vibe, right? This kind of shape with the structured handle. Even Celine did their own with the clasp bag, who remembers that? So it's just a category that I've personally always loved. I remember I had a vintage version, not of a Hermes, it wasn't a design, it was just a vintage / thrift bag. Black, gold hardware, had a clasped closet, but it was a similar shape. So I'm drawn to this kind of shape, and especially black with gold hardware. So there's no way I could not put this in. In terms of another bag, oh my God, I don't know. Because I kind of like them all equally for different, one more, oh boy, that's hard. Oh God, that's so hard. Maybe the Loewe puzzle, maybe. I love these so much. This is a size small. I talked about this. I did a great review on it on my YouTube shorts and on my TikTok. So definitely check it out if you want to get like an updated opinion. I've had this for 5 years, so I thought it was more than enough time for me to do an updated review on what I think of it. Mine's the old style one. They don't make them like this anymore because it has feet. The new ones don't have feet anymore. They also do not have this D-ring at the bottom here anymore, right there by my thumb. And they also have changed the style of the detachable longer strap. This one is more like almost like a guitar-like strap. You see how it's has a wide part here. They don't, and the thinner part in the middle. They don't make them this way anymore. So I feel really lucky and really happy that I managed to get my hands on the older version. The leather on it is held up superbly well, and it's just such an easy grab and go bag. Again, it's one of those things that I can wear with anything, and I think that's the point. I'm picking things that they represent how I am right now, who I am, and just my style and what I think goes best with my style, and what is the most versatile as well. So it definitely would have to be the Loewe puzzle in a size small. I also own it in the stone blue, but it was a push come to shove and I had to only pick one. It would be the tan because it's just the most versatile, and I love that it's with silver hardware. I'm a gold hardware girl when it comes to bags, but I think it really works. The silver to me works really well with the tan in the Loewe puzzle. So there you go. That's another one. In terms of bags I would want back. I can't not say it, sorry, I'm cheating. Honorable mention to the Fendi Purple Rain, the sequin purple baguette. I have wanted this for, I think it's been a decade, maybe over. When I first saw it on Sex and the City when Carrie had this, and I just didn't think I'd ever get it again, which is why I ended up with buying a coin purse version of it. It's literally this exact same bag, shrunk down to a coin purse with all like the paillettes, and all, it's identical to this bag, just without strap on it, because I didn't think they were going to remake it. And I consoled myself with a coin purse, and then they turned around and remade it, and so I ended up getting this in Paris. So this is just an honorable mention. This is one of those things that I would be absolutely gutted. Oh my God, I'd be absolutely gutted if I didn't have it. But of all the Fendis I own, this is hands down probably the one that I would just rebuy in terms of my baguettes, because I have old style vintage baguettes. This puppy is the one that I'm going to get, because this will be too difficult to get normally. In terms of items of clothing, it's kind of difficult. Like, what would I pick? Because there's so many things that I could choose from, because I'm such like a magpie shopper, so it's hard to really decide. Oh, hold on. Another vintage piece. It is this men's tailcoat that I picked up in Paris. Cannot tell you how much I love this. I think I already have. I love this thing. Hopefully you can see this. It's epic. It's epic. Oh my god, the pockets are real. And they've got pockets on the inside. It's so good. The satin lapel front here. It's so good, and it fits really well, and it's made really well. And I wear it when I want to sort of just make something feel more unique and just more special, and just take it in a slightly different direction. I've worn it 2 times with my Carolina Herrera dresses. First time that I went to the Carolina Herrera show in February of 2022. It was the yellow dress. First time I'd ever been invited to a major show. I'll insert a picture of it here. They loaned me a yellow dress and I just had to figure out a way to style it. So I belted it, I ruched it up on one side, and then I wore black knee-high lace-up boots, and I topped it off just to edge it. This I added, and I just thought it was I just loved that outfit so much. I still think about that. I think I was like pat on the back for that one. And I wore it again for another Carolina Herrera, the one that just passed this year in New York. Same thing. This time I wore a short dress and I wore this over it. I just love that vibe, and I like to wear this also like with contrasting, even just like with jeans, what I'm wearing now. I haven't done it yet, but I could easily see if I'm going out somewhere, I'll just like wear jeans and I'll just put this on top of it, and I just like that vibe of wearing something kind of smart but vintage and quite sort of playful with a pair of like baggy jeans. Also, I have my cargos, which I love. These ones are by GU Men's. I've worn this together as a combination, but I love the way this contrasts and looks. It gives him a kind of like a waiter vibe, I feel like, the whole black and white, but I don't give a toss. But the baggy jeans with the white with this, just that contrast, that yin and yang of casual and smart, goes so well together. So this is the kind of tomboy edge that I love, and it's unique because it's vintage, and thankfully no one's into tailcoats, at least not at the moment. So I pray to God it doesn't start trending. I don't think it will. It seems to be something that's out under the radar, and I love that about it. Alright, I seem to be on a vintage kick at the moment, but I found another piece that if I lost this in a fire, I would cry if I lost this, because it has history. I've had this bag for so long, and Chanel prices, they are going through the roof, as you already know. And I bought this at a time when, you know, it just was not that, it was still expensive, don't get me wrong, but they just don't make them like this one anymore. It's my beloved black caviar square mini classic flap with gold hardware. I got this, I think, I don't know how long ago. I've had this for over 10 years. They don't even make the classic flap like this anymore, in the sense of, and I'll show you, because I went into a Chanel store and they were like, oh, we don't make them like that anymore. This flap here, see how the length of it, where it stops here? Now they make them longer. This flap, see where it stops, this line right here? Now the line is about here on the newer ones. Maybe I'll insert on the screen right here so you can see how the newer ones look. And you can see like the flap from the older ones was shorter, and they just extended it and made it longer. And this therefore drops as well, and it comes down to much like the lower, like the lower 1/3 of the bag. And I remember an essay, she said to me, oh, we don't make them like that anymore. And I said, no, you don't. But it's just beautiful. It's held up so well. And I bought it pre-loved, and it came in fantastic condition. And I've worn this so much. But this is the testimony of caviar leather. It holds up so well. It's kind of scratchy resistant. It has, hopefully you can see, it has like, there you go. You can see like the grain all over it. I just love it. It's such a great bag. I've worn it to dinners, date nights, weddings, any kind of special event, running errands. I just wear it crossbody, going out for lunch, you name it. Insert occasion. It is a true day to night bag. I think the only other bag that I can compare it to in terms of day to night is the Mini Kelly, the black Mini Kelly, because that honestly is the next day to night bag outside of, I mean, they're two completely different bags, but they're almost the same, almost similar size, right? And they both serve exactly the same purpose for me in terms of their use. Day to night, easy to wear, crossbody, special occasions or not, that's why. So I definitely say that this, hands down, would be a repurchase. There's no way, and yeah, out of everything I own, I would just, oh God, I would stalk the internet to look for this and to get another one. And I'd prefer to get it like this particular one, but if I can't, then I would settle with, you know, the newer version. But this is what I'd want in caviar, probably. I think I'd want it in caviar, because I do like the lambskin in black as well, so I'm not sure. But anyway, the point is, small, quilted, the classic design, Chanel, with the chain strap, identical, nothing changed. This bag I will buy back immediately. So the next one is really just a category, and it is from clothing, and it's a much more casual piece, but for me it's just one of those things that I have to have it back, I just want it. So it's actually my Wholesome skirt, my Wholesome gold, yes, you lot know about it, my pleated skirt by Wholesome. This is not it, it's over there, but I don't believe, if there was a fire, that thing's gone. I'm not getting that skirt again. You guys know how special that skirt is to me. I found it, you can tell me the story of how I found it by now, right? OGs, subscribers, you already know the story of how I found that bloody Wholesome skirt, and I would want to buy it back immediately, but it'll be gone because that is a vintage, that was a one-off find. It was on a pile of clothes, a woman was selling clothes on a blanket. I saw this flash of gold and I pulled it out from underneath the pile, and I pulled out that gorgeous Wholesome skirt. Here's pictures of it on me. So if that skirt was gone because of a fire, I would get this one from the Frankie shop, because I just love this category of a long, flowy, metallic gold skirt. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a gold hardware person in general, and it's just the length of it, and this is as close as to the Holston, because it has that same sort of vibe. And actually, I prefer the finish of the Holston one, but I prefer the fit of the Frankie shop one, because this one has an elasticated waist, which allows me to wear it, shimmy it, and wear it like on my hip, so the length of it is really super long. The Holston is a fixed waistband, and actually the fixed waistband is actually too small for me. I actually pin it with a safety pin, because it literally, the waistband does not close on me, so I just safety pin it, and I just wear things that covers it all the time. So that's why you've never seen the waistband, by the way, properly, at least not on the side. You may see it on the front, but you won't see here where the safety pin is. I don't have that issue with the Frankie shop one. So yeah, 100% I would get this. The next is a category as well, and it is going to be blazers. Now, I'm staring at my blazers, and I've got quite a few. Most of them are vintage, but I have some mixed in with the Frankie shop as well. 100% it was going to be a blazer. I can't narrow down on which one, but I'm just picking this one up just as a example of a blazer that I would run off and get again. This is a men's blazer. I found it from a vintage shop, and it fits superbly. So I would run and grab this one. I cannot tell you how much wear I've got out of this. It, like I said, it fits me perfectly. I actually wore it with the gold Wholesome skirt, so you can see the look here in action. But I would buy, I mean, I'd buy more than one, obviously. I'd buy a light one, I'd buy a black one, you know, that kind of thing. I also have a pinstripe one. It's part of a pinstripe, 3-piece pinstripe suit. On my TikTok, I went to a premiere for the movie Mafia Mama, and I wore, as a sort of tongue-in-cheek sort of pun on that movie theme, I wore a 3-piece men's suit, which is right here. Styled it with Saint Laurent boots. Love that vibe. This just that look. I would buy that look again. So 3-piece men's suit, oversized, pinstriped preferably would be amazing, just like that one is. And getting my blazers back. Just a couple of men's quick buy vintage blazers, just to get that fixed in again. There's no way I can't do it. You don't know that. Sorry, I know the light is going. I might have to put the light on in a minute because I feel like it's rapidly disappearing. So if this is looking a bit grainy, I apologize. In terms of sunglasses, there's a couple that I really love, and it's the Loewe Ibithas. I adore these. I think they're so good. I love these way more than the puffy ones that I was buying. I think these are, I just love these glasses. I know you lot say they look like, oh, they're so, oh my God, they're so good. You lot say they're like 1950s screens, like TV screens, and yeah, they kind of do. But I love them. They're so good, right? And I have these in red, as of course I have in another colour because I love them. But I would start with the whites, because the whites, like I've told you, is a non-colour. It's neutral. It's like a black. It goes with anything. So I'd get these back. And an honourable mention to these as well by Loewe. I'd consider getting these ones because I really like these. I've always liked these glasses. Yeah, they're kind of like scuba snorkeling glass. In fact, that's what they call them. I've always loved these glasses as well, so I think this is another one that I would probably repurchase. So it's these, but before those would definitely be these, the Ibizas. I'll link these below, but I think these are so good. And like I said, I've got them in red and I'll link those as well, but they are the gift that keeps on giving, and they are truly unisex. First time I saw these was on a girl in Brooklyn. I was doing like what everyone is wearing in New York. One of my episodes from I think like a year ago-ish, actually it was, I think it was last summer, and I stopped her and I actually interviewed her. And she was wearing these glasses and I was just like, I just fell in love with them. Instantly, I think that week I went out and bought them. But yeah, 100% these glasses. Oh, it's getting really grainy with the light. I'm going to speed up, I'm really sorry. Probably for shoes and boots, I would get my Bottega boots back because I wear them so much. I think they're just fantastic. They've worn so well. They've just stood the test of time in my wardrobe. They were very trendy. I say were because I don't feel like they still are. Maybe they are, I don't know. I don't give a shit because I love these boots. They've surprised me how much I've worn them. I hesitated for about a year before I pulled the trigger. I let one whole cycle of a winter pass and I saw them being worn and I thought they looked great, but I was like, I don't know. Are they just going to be like a trend going in and out? Because I love my, you know, my Doc Marten Jadon boots. But I just thought, I don't know. So I pulled the trigger, and these have been like the best boots I've ever bought out of everything that I own. I have worn these so much through so many winters and falls as well, and they look so good. They have lots and lots of dupes of these, so I'll link them below. It doesn't look too grainy. I just love the overall look of these boots. I think they're fantastic, really well made. Oh my god, it's getting too dark, hold on. Sorry about that, I had to put the light on because I know it was like really dark and it was getting ridiculous. Sorry. But anyway, you can see them better now, much better. These boots, the Bottegas, like I said, gift that keeps on giving. Every single winter I pull these out. Super comfortable, easy pull on with the tabs, and they just go with so much of my wardrobe. I love to wear these like with flowy dresses, whether it's vintage or not. Even short dresses, just to kind of edge them up. There is nothing I don't wear these boots with, and they don't look good, in my opinion, for me. And the comfort factor as well. So, and I know I'm going to wear these when it gets colder again. So it's just one of those things that it was just a great buy, period. And another one I had to obviously put in my Jadons, my Doc Martens. If there was a fire and I lost everything and I was starting again, I would definitely buy my Docs. These are the Jadons, like I said, because they are the platform versions. I will leave a link to these exact ones that I have because they have like different versions of the Jadons, I think. So yeah, yellow back tab. These like remind me of growing up in London. So there is like a nostalgic sort of value attached to them in my eyes. Doc Martens are like my heart. They represent where I'm from. And Doc Martens are like almost like the uniform for Brits in a way, guys and girls. So there's such a unisex piece of footwear in England, and it's like having a piece of England on my feet. So have to get these back as well. There's no way I couldn't, because my wardrobe wouldn't feel like Karen if I didn't have these. So for coats, it was really difficult. I think from a trench coat perspective, it would probably be the Dior men's coat. You know the one, I'll show you here. Doctor, tell you everything will be all right. Sorry, I'm thinking of Prince. That coat, that trench coat is one of my favorite finds that I found. It's men's, it's Christian Dior, not Dior. It just fits me like a glove and I love it, and it's just like an easy throw on trench. So there's that. Another coat that I would definitely actually, oh my gosh, this is a great coat. It's downstairs and I cannot be bothered to go downstairs, so I'm just going to insert a couple of pictures. I have a grey men's, again, it's a men's, well, I'm seeing a theme in this video, aren't you? It's a grey men's coat. It is super long. It is about, I don't know, 3 inches or so above my ankle bone. And I found that on a really lucky day on 2nd Avenue in the East Village. And it is a stunningly cut herringbone patterned wool coat in grey, like I said. And I love it. It's single-breasted, and the way it fits me is just chef's kiss. I actually had somebody compliment me on it the other day. I wore it before it started to get warmer in New York, and it was an older couple, and she came up to me, she goes, I have to tell, she was from England as well, she goes, where did you find that coat? And she started talking to me about how she had one just like it, and she's kicking herself to this day because she misplaced it or something. She doesn't have it anymore, that was the point. and seeing me in that coat reminded her of hers. So we just chatted, and I told her, you know, just don't give up, just look for another one, you know, just keep thinking about it, you'll get one, you'll get another one, just keep looking, keep your eyes open, because I believe in stuff like that. You'll just find another one. There's something that you truly really want, and you think about it long enough, the universe is like, oh, okay, fine, I'll give it to you, you know what I mean? So that's what I told her, a complete stranger, which is why I like doing like what everyone's wearing in New York, because you get this, oh sorry, I'm going on a little like tangent here, but it's so nice to be able to like chat to people about like fashion, and you know, she's talking about her old coat, and she doesn't know me from Adam, and vice versa, but we're just sitting there like chatting about stuff, about clothes, because we both love them, and it's just so nice. Anyway, so that coat is everything. I would cry. That's another one that I would cry. The Chanel bag I would cry over, and that grey men's coat I would cry over if I lost it in a fire. Because I know there's going to be a hater who's going to write, oh my God, Karen's going to cry over clothes. How stupid, ha ha ha. But you know, this video is not for those people who have like weird usernames and no profile pictures. That coat, 100%, that coat is coming back with me. I need to find it. Of course, I lost that particular coat, but I would look for one that was as close as is humanly possible to that spec, because I wouldn't want any other coat but that one. Grey, long, herringbone, single-breasted, men's, oversized, fitted, not as in tailored. So good. Okay, this is another very Karen piece. This isn't like an emergency buy, but I will eventually get this back in, and it is my fedora hat. I have worn fedoras for a large part of my adult life, and OG followers on my blog know that too. So I would just get back one of these. Back in the day, I used to wear them like kind of like a wavy kind of brim to them, but I'm liking more like the straight kind of brim. I found this from, I think it's City Hats on Houston Street in New York. They do such a good, yeah, that's the name. They do such a good range of hats, I've noticed. So I have this in this color, as well as like a taupe kind of color. 100%, there's no way I wouldn't get back one of these hats, because I go through phases where I just like to wear these, and that's it. I can't really explain it. I just love these hats. I just think they just add so much character to your clothing. And it's one of those things that you don't see too many women wear and embrace. They go through phases where they're into it and then they're out of it. But for me, it's a constant. It's just a legit category in my wardrobe that I just have to always have. So there's no way I would not buy back one of my gorgeous, gorgeous brimmed hats. That is it. I'm not going to go on, because I'm literally looking at things. My eyes are like going around. I feel like the doll from Squid Games. The eyes are like disappearing, like going in different directions. I'm looking at other things. Like, oh yeah, that. Oh, what? I want to get that again. You know, because there's a lot of things. There's honourable mentions of things I'm just literally looking at now. My Prada kitten heels, the slingbacks. I would love to buy those back again. These, because I love kitten heels, and I love that these are white, and I wanted these for a year. And I've always loved a low kitten heel slingback pointy shoe. I used to wear them in London. I remember I got them from Topshop, one in black and one in red, and I wore those into the ground. I'll never forget those. I just wear them like casually with jeans. Anyway, so it's that category again. It's that pointy slingback kitten heel. I love this category of a shoe. So that's another honourable mention. You know, I could also throw in the Mini Kelly from Hermes. I love that. I still love the fact that I managed to pick that up in Paris. It's a beautiful bag, and it's a really good workhorse, just like my Chanel Caviar is. I've been reaching more for the Mini Kelly over the Chanel Caviar one, but there are times when I just want to wear the Chanel Classic Flat, because it's just the look I may prefer. It just holds a little bit more than the Mini Kelly does. So it really just depends on the situation. Where am I going? What's the outfit? But I love that black Mini Kelly with gold hardware. I cannot tell you how much I've used this bloody I never thought something so small was going to get used so much in my wardrobe, and it truly is. It's truly shocked me, because I used to look at people who had them like online and all that, and I go like, oh my God, that's a small bag. And some would say, oh, it's really versatile, and I'd think, oh, they're just saying it just to justify the price. Now look at me, I'm saying the same that they'd said. But it's true. If there was a fire, I would flip right behind that Box Kelly. I would get this one. Yes, and yeah, I am aware that they're the same kind of bag, but this is just a smaller version. But the use, I want to crap out of this. That's all I can say. Too many times I've reached for this thing and not realized, wow, I'm really using this thing a lot. Any kind of special event, like when I wore that, you know, the cool bride kind of like Le Pointe dress here for my TikTok, I wore this. It's just one of those easy, elegant kind of bags, but it also looks really cool, like kind of dressed down, crossbody, you know, jump it down, sneakers, beat up boots, and you've got this crossbody. I just love that kind of look, that kind of yin and yang of something so ladylike with something that's not. So I'm going to go, my loves. That is it. Like I said, there are more things, but I'm not going to like go into them. That's my little starter kit. That's Karen's after the fire. What's yours? All right, so I'm going to see you. Give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe for more videos. Another what everyone is wearing street style video will eventually go up. I'm working on it as we speak. They take me a few weeks, like I've told you before. So subscribe so you do not miss those episodes. If you missed the last one, episode 32, I'll link it below. Everything I've mentioned will also be below, plus dupes. I'll see you on Instagram and on TikTok.